Visions of Martin Luther staring at me. Malcolm X put a hex on my future, someone catch me. Shout out to you if you know that one. Shout out to you if you don't know that one, it's fine too. So the Los Angeles Clippers had a pretty ugly finish to last season. Of course, we remember the collapse against the Houston Rockets in Game 6 and losing to them in Game 7. Right after they defeated the San Antonio Spurs in 7, and we thought the Clippers had finally turned the corner, so to speak. Turns out they didn't. So, we can look at it from a personal standpoint, a mental standpoint, if they were ready against the Rockets. I like to look at it from an X's and O's standpoint. I just think they didn't have enough players, and they got dead tired really fast against the Rockets, okay? And I think General Manager Doc Rivers agreed with me, which is something I thought I'd never say, because he tried to round out the roster this offseason. Of course, there was the drama with DeAndre Jordan. We won't have to go into that. He's back. That's all we need. They signed Paul Pierce to play small forward. I do like that. He's probably going to play like 25 at the most minutes a game. I mean, the majority of what he's going to be doing is going to be towards the latter half in the playoffs. And they also acquired, they traded away Spencer Hawes, and they acquired Lance Stevenson. Now, from a contract standpoint, this is a good move because you got rid of Spencer Hawes' contract, and Lance Stevenson at the least is here for one season. So if he doesn't work out, then great. They also signed Josh Smith. I like that move. I like Josh Smith coming off the bench for, not $25 million a year like the Pistons were paying him. But we got to talk about this, the dynamic of their backcourt, if you will. It's Austin Rivers, Jamal Crawford, and Lance Stevenson. That's not going to work, okay? Those are three guys who need the ball in their hand. It's not going to work whatsoever. Now, apparently the odd man out is Jamal Crawford. I guess he's the guy who's going to be gone. Even then, I don't love Austin Rivers and Lance Stevenson. Again, both those guys need the ball in their hand. I don't want Lance Stevenson spotting up because he's not going to want to do it. And I don't want Austin Rivers spotting up because he can't shoot. Now, apart from those two, I actually do like the moves they've made with Josh Smith and Paul Pierce. But I think an interesting idea that Doc Rivers may have this season is taking the reins away from Chris Paul just a bit more and allowing Blake Griffin to run more of the offense, or at least have the offense run through him. I mean, of course, he's not going to be walking the ball up court. But, I don't know, I was just looking at the numbers that Blake Griffin was having against the Rockets and just the way he was playing. Would it not make sense to just let Chris Paul ease up just a bit, maybe allow him to play off ball just a bit more, and have Blake kind of run things at the elbow? I mean, I think he's capable of doing that. But, like I said with the Houston Rockets, the West is just so loaded, man. You make these improvements, and I still don't know if the Clippers are any better than Golden State, San Antonio, and Oklahoma City. The West is just wild. I guess at some point I'll break down how I think the West and the Eastern Conferences are really going to go, but this is just me talking about teams in the meanwhile. So, that's going to do it. Shout out to Matt Barnes. I think he's in the Grizzlies now, right? That's it.